I suppose it's not so much a case of what he can't do without arms, more what we could do with our feet if we'd had to use them. He does everything with his feet. He has to. From scratching his nose to making a cup of coffee. His typing may be slow, but then typewriters weren't designed for feet. And his foot writing isn't too bad either. I suppose a lot of people would consider that you have a disability. I wonder if you feel you've got a disability, really?
No, I don't feel that I've got a disability. I feel that a disability becomes a disability only when really you either let or want it to be, you know.
Have you ever been tempted to use the fact that you have no arms as a sort of weapon?
The temptation's there, but I don't, because it's all sort of intermingled with the trip that I don't think that I'm any different from anyone else. And if I did, I'd be sort of basically saying I think that I'm a freak, you know.
I can't think of anything I can't do offhand. It sort of more frustrates me, I think, than annoys me, but just sort of not being able to walk down the street holding hands with my girlfriend, and not being able to ride a motorcycle by myself.
And perhaps that's just as well, too. He can ride a push bike, and that seems dangerous enough, although he's been officially declared capable. He can also sail his dinghy, and he can swim. At the age of 10, he made good pocket money out of his own lawn mowing business. He can cook, do the washing up, make his own bed, and play the trombone. But it's the simple things he does that are so remarkable.
Yes, I have. Somewhere.
Your feet are shaking.
Yes, they are.
I'm getting to know you quite well now, and very often I forget that you haven't got any arms. Do you find that some people forget to make allowances for you?
Yes, at times they do. I can remember one occasion when I was with a mate of mine in his car and the smoke started bellowing out from underneath the dashboard, and he left me sitting there strapped in with a seatbelt on, you know.
Cars have never been a problem either, like changing a tyre or filling up with petrol. But when it came to actually driving them, the authorities had to be convinced first. Brett, most people would be very surprised to know that you can drive a car. How on earth do you get a license?
When I got a license, it was a bit of a hassle because the Department of Motor Transport wanted a lot of modifications to be made to the car, but I didn't. So,
What do you mean they wanted you to have, what, special sort of brakes, special sort of gears and so on?
they wanted me to have stuff like a lever for the trafficators down on the floor, and the accelerator over on the left-hand side of the car, or left-hand side of the steering column.
Presumably you've got to have a car with an automatic gearbox, have you?
Nah. The Department of Motor Transport preferred that, yes.
What finally satisfied them that you were in fact a competent person to be in charge of a motor car?
Well, after a 2-hour test, when I'd never had a learner's permit or a driving lesson, they finally decided that it was that I was competent enough to drive, I guess.